Hello everyone. So this is just a demo video. I don't have a board with me. I'm just doing it on paper. I hope the video is clear. So we will be doing a brief introduction on complex numbers. So what is a complex number? So when we start about a complex number, there is another field, like we have some real numbers, and then we have complex numbers. Now complex number of the form, let's just say we assume z as a complex number, so it will be like the real form and iota y. Now introduction is, this is the real part of the complex number, and this is the imaginary part of complex number. Here the iota indicates what, that the y part is an imaginary number. Iota is just an indication of y being imaginary. So now there are many attributes to the complex number. Let's just say z is a complex number. It will have magnitude, it will have polar form, it will have Euler form of the complex number. So when we talk about, and even we will also learn how do we plot the complex numbers on a plane, like plotting of complex number. So there are other properties as well, like their associativity, multiplication, which we could study here, but it's just a brief introduction for the demo video. So first of all, we'll learn about what is the magnitude. How do we calculate the magnitude? Let's just say x is equal z is a complex number. We write it as x plus iota y is a complex number. So when we talk about the magnitude, we denote it y, z, and modulus. We call it as magnitude. And what you have to do is real part square plus imaginary part square, and then you have to put it under the under root. So that magnitude of the complex number would be x square plus y square ka under root. Similarly, when we talk about the plotting of the complex number, let's just say this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis. What we do, we attribute y as a imaginary axis and this one x as a real axis. This is your origin. So when we plot, let's just say we have a complex number z1 a plus iota b. We assume that both a and b are positive. So let's just say a is here, the real part, and b is here, imaginary part. So then when we plot it, this point is called what? In a complex field, this is the complex number. So a plus iota b, which is z1, this is complex number. And one more thing, when we talk about the magnitude, what is the magnitude? So magnitude would be the distance of this point from the origin. So when we talk about the magnitude, this is the magnitude. Z1 equals a square plus b square, and we know that this is the same formula which we use in our geometry during the linear equations and all, when we calculate distance between the 2 points. Here we are calculating distance between this point and the origin. That is why the formula remains like that. Now this angle made with the positive x-axis, this is called the argument. This is called the argument of the complex number. So when we talk about calculating the argument, so we know that this is your perpendicular and this is your base, and we know tan theta equals perpendicular upon base. That is what? This is your b part upon this is your a part. So when we talk about calculating argument, it would be theta equals tangent inverse b by a. Similarly, now we will talk about the Euler form, then further we will discuss the polar equation. So when we talk about the polar equation, we write the complex we know that this is cos theta plus iota sine theta. So when we calculate that, let's this say unitary complex number. This is called the unitary complex number because it has a unit magnitude. You can calculate it, cos square theta plus sine square theta under root, that is equal to 1. So the magnitude of this complex number is 1. So when we talk about calculating the polar form of that complex number, we would be doing what? Let's just say Z1 is a complex number. We put magnitude of Z1 into cos theta plus iota sine theta. Then what will you get? We will get the complex number in your polar form. When we talk about the Euler form, so Euler form will be like that. So it is just a brief introduction, otherwise I would have gone into details. So it will be just, this is your complex number e iota theta. The magnitude of this complex number is 1. We can also write e iota theta as cos theta plus iota sine theta. So when we are about to write a complex number, let's just say Z1, then we will write how? Like this, Z1 magnitude and e iota theta. So this is the Euler form of the complex number. Now there are further divisions like how to calculate principal argument, how to plot the complex number, how to multiply, what are the roots of the unity, omega 1, omega square. So this is just a brief introduction. I hope the video is clear. Thank you very much.